Higher than Norwich last season, but they've an awful record here. England were World Cup holders in the 1960s, the last time they were successful. On the day England's women are hoping to become world champions in Australia, can Millwall end their long wait? Well, the departure of Dutch international keeper Tim Krul this week on the back of similar Norwich stalwarts Timo Pukki and Max Aarons leaving in the summer reinforces the notion that one era is over and another is beginning. The Daniel Farke side that won 2 championship titles has all but been dismantled. Fellow German David Wagner is building a side he believes can again get the club in. One enforced change, summer signing from young boys. Christian Fasnacht starts today. The Swiss international scored last week at Southampton. He replaces Onel players to injuries in training this week. Summer arrivals Joe Bryan and Casper De Nori don't make the 20. In comes Romain Esse, who scored the... No need for a change of kit. Millwall in familiar blue, kicking off. Norwich, 2 games this season, have already produced 11 goals in total. Millwall's just 2. It's a dangerous ball in, and Millwall yet to get it fully clear. And well, the flag has gone up on the far side. It will be a goal kick. And the shot comes in from Sargent. Not too far wide. The American who scored both of goals in Millwall last season. Getting an early sighter. Social media a little later this afternoon. There's one thing it going out for a goal kick, but Sara with the delivery, and Sarkic punching when he may have... Clean trying to go through the heart of the Millwall defence. Sara does go for goal! Sarkic needed to stretch. Montenegrin. Not a great deal of movement at the moment, and then there was at the last minute. It came from Kenny McLean. Nearly got there. Gives away a free kick, and he might be in a bit of trouble. That though for the home side. Barnes, and Rowe continues his run. Oh, what a goal! It's 4 in a row for Rowe. Fabulous 1-2. Ashley Barnes with the assist. And after all the misery of last season, all the injuries, all the sitting on the football, he was involved in the build-up. Running at Esse. Ashley Barnes was the foil. Here, touch, Rowe continues. Really slick goal. Sara involved. And it was a tidy finish, a cool finish. He didn't rush it. Took the touch, and then unstoppable. Sara. Well, he can score from this distance, and he's going to try to replicate the wonder goal he scored. A bit straighter this time, more central. Oh, it seemed to rise, didn't it, at the last minute? Side for Norwich City, Rowe and Giannoulis. Sara with the ball in, and Barnes with the shots. Took the deflection. 100th comes as long as it comes, but that would have been in Stacey goes on ahead of the ball. It's played in towards Rowe. Well, having got there, you feel he probably should have scored, and I think that's what he thinks. Millwall's defenders are a little bit leaden-footed here when the cross came in, and Rowe's a long way out here and just arrived late. McNamara didn't get off the ground. Well, that could be a second-headed goal in a week for John Rowe. Barnes. Oh, a pushing match here with Mitchell, and this is in danger of getting out of control. SA and McNamara now going. Some of the brunt will have a perfect view. It's going to be a yellow card, at least, for Billy Mitchell. And for Rowe as well, it seems, yes. 2 yellow cards. Barnes here involved heavily, and he was pushed by Mitchell, and then Rowe came across and took it out. McNamara, he wants at least a free kick and probably a spot kick, but he's not going to get it. But it has been a stronger finish to this break. It's Norwich City 1, Millwall 0. Out of this Millwall lineup that starts the second half, Norwich City go searching for a second goal, leading thanks to John Rowe's, which is promotion. Sarah with the ball in, and the keeper's missed it. It's gone in. The Sergeant's claiming it. And David Wagner celebrating, maybe something they've worked on, even at half-time possibly. Such was the intensity of that celebration. Sargent just stays onside, and he takes Sarkic completely out of the equation. The goalkeeper's come, he's just got nowhere near it. He's slightly fortunate with the bounce off the post. It could have travelled all the way across the line and back out again, but it just spun off the far post. Fleming goes down and he wins the free kick. 10 on 10. Savil's an option. Fleming goes for goal. Hutchison. Long towards run. And in towards the near post. And Barnes! 100 for Ashley Barnes. Of league goals for the old Warhorse, who was signed during the summer from Burnley, from Norwich City. Another good move. Fluidity, movement. Stacey, the fullback. Barnes using his experience and just stood Cantona-esque and milked the applause of the home supporters. Fasnacht. Sargent with the overhead kick that, thankfully, I think has not hurt the defender who was brave enough to go for it, Hutchison. Fasnacht with the ball in. Yeah, it looks like Sargent has caught Rowe there. With Sargent, will he go on his own? It's still Sargent. Good save by the goalkeeper. Oh, and then turned over. And second. And Millwall again running themselves into trouble. Sargent had eyes only for goal despite the amount of players around him. Short it goes. It's clever, and it nearly came to Rowe. Sarr again, better angle now to cross it in, and the header will go over. Well, what an opportunity that was for Fasnacht. Millwall not really upping their game, and afternoon for a lot of Millwall players. Andreas Vogelsammer is the man to replace him. Fasnack. So many runners here. It's Barnes for the shot. Took a deflection. Licking their lips, praying that their number doesn't come up and they're taken off, because I think Sarkic takes it. Not too many options for him though. Vogelsammer is one of them. Tom Bradshaw and George Evans to come on. Mitchell, one of those two depart. Evans will pop into midfield, and Nisbet will have better afternoons, I'm sure, in the Championship. He's replaced by Tom Bradshaw. So here come the changes. Indeed, it is the end of Josh Sargent. Second goal of the season for him. He made it 2-0. Leader. In fact, actually, technically it's Sam McCallum who comes on for him, but Adam Eder will play down the middle. And Christian Fasnack departs. Callum it was with the ball in, the substitute. Tom Brady's Birmingham City, do we have to call them that now? They suddenly turned the corner. Quite exciting to see Birmingham City in third place in the Championship. I'm sure Blues supporters will be as shocked as anyone. Here's a former Blues player, Wes Harding, coming on for Danny McNamara. Andrew Omobamidele, such a talented player himself, must be frustrated he's sitting on the bench. He's been linked with some big clubs, and in fact the fact that they're winning so emphatically as the shot comes in, and Millwall have scored. Imaku, the substitute, gets what we expect to be just a consolation goal. Developed a walking pace, and the defending here was pretty timid from a Norwich point of view, and that clean sheet, to the frustration of Shane Duffy and his fellow defenders, has gone west in the final minutes of this game. So a corner to Millwall, and that is a free kick. Just confirmation of another yellow card, and that was for substitute Andrew Omobamidele. Needs to get it in as quickly as possible. Slight concern from a Norwich point of view. Seen very little of Millwall's threat in the air from set plays today. They've had so few. Wallace is there as well. Is there a twist? The header comes in. It's Omobamidele who gets something on it from a Norwich point of view, and then Gunn claims it. Full-time whistle. An afternoon to remember for David Wagner, for Ashley Barnes as well, registering his 100th league career goal. For Norwich City, who were by far the best team throughout much of the game, Rowe, Sargent and Barnes the goal scorers. They move up into the playoff places, but for Millwall, an afternoon to forget. A really disappointing 3 matches it's been, where they've lost all 3, and they sit Norwich City 3, Millwall 1.